What's up, guys? Welcome back to Bourbon Blind. I'm Kyle.
I'm Aaron.
We got to pop the top for you today. And Rabbit Hole was nice enough to contact us and send us over this bottle. So full disclosure, they sent this to us. However, I told them that we don't mind, opening it up and talking about it. But when we do a blind review on it, that it is actually blind. And his response was, awesome. We stand behind our product. So good on them.
Yeah, total props to them.
The Deraringer, that was an awesome cork pop.
That was an amazing cork pop.
It is, I believe I'm saying that right, the Deraringer. And it is PX Sherry finished in Pedro Jimenez barrels, PX Pedro Jimenez. Mm-hmm. And, thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
It is a 68% corn, 18% wheat, and 14% malted barley. So it is a wheated bourbon. And they age it in new charred oak barrels, except what I find interesting, they do come from Kelvin cooperage. However, they do them when they char the barrels, they do it over a wood fire. Most people use like propane or something else like that so they can control and just use the energy they need. I would have to imagine that is a much more costly and time-consuming process. So,
but sticking to the old ways, I get it. That's what bourbon's all about. I mean,
mad props, respect.
Ooh. That sherry definitely is
showing through.
Yeah.
It is
pretty
super dark.
Yeah, it is. I would say it's got legs for days, but it doesn't have legs for days because they don't move.
Yeah, it's just a line
line hanging out. So
cool. So
a lot of vanilla, what you'd expect, vanilla, caramel, but that sherry, the sherry finish is definitely sherry.
The sherry is strong with this one.
It is. And I'm not that you get a rye smell, but it's sherry.
But it doesn't smell like you're smelling a sherry, though. Mm-mm. Like we have a actual, nice PX sherry, and it's
well, that's
strong,
almost like
raisin, That's like a nice balance. Yeah,
I'm getting in here.
I was gonna say, cheers, guys.
That's really interesting. And I know my face totally did a turn.
There's the sherry.
Yep. It hits you mid palate.
Yep.
But I'm getting bananas on the front end, and it's not Jack Daniel's bananas, not Old Forester bananas. It's like a subtle, banana foam, if that makes any sense. So, and you hear me out. Pumpkin spice lattes are like in your face punch of pumpkin.
Right.
They also make a pumpkin foam.
You're talking about pumpkin. I actually kind of smell pumpkin. And I don't know if that's just because you're influencing me, but...
Maybe. But they get pumpkin foam on their cold brew. And it's like this hint of pumpkin spice. It's not like I'm going to sucker punch you into the next planet with pumpkin spice and the banana was like that. It was like... hey, but then bye. It was just and it made my face turn.
So,
that was really cool.
That was my first sip of the night, full disclosure.
Mm-hmm.
I know I said this was a wheated bourbon, but you get a baking spice right up front.
Yep.
Which, I don't know why I'm surprised on that. I get baking spices on Weller and other wheated bourbons. It's just because it's wheated doesn't mean that it's not like a spicy kind of.
I really like this. I don't know how much it costs, but I really like it. How much would I be willing to pay for this? I think I'm in this at like $70, maybe even 80.
I think 70 is about what it cost.
Huh. That's cool.
Yeah, so you get the baking spices up front, and then it goes into more of a like a sweetness like that caramely and almost like a molasses.
Very much so.
And then it goes into
sherry, raisins, plums.
Yeah.
And then on the finish, I get a tingle on the back throat. And it definitely has some Nice Kentucky hug.
It does, and the finish just hangs out and keeps going. So,
and it's got a really fruity forward front of the palate. I don't know what else to say. Front. What am I looking for? Like when you first drink it, it's very fruity. And I think the first time, the first drink of the night was total this. And that's where I was getting that banana. But it's definitely a fruit of some sort. Maybe not banana, but...
I'm not getting any... Not fruit so much on the front, on the initial sip. Like, I definitely get fruit on the finish, for sure. But
I got fruit all over it.
But that's not upsetting, though.
No, it's really good. I like the ending, the finish with the raisins and the plums. It's kind of a fun twist.
But, I mean, yeah, I dig it. I like it.
You never said how much you were willing to pay for it.
I said retail on it, I think, is about $70, and I'd be comfortable with that, I think.
Yeah.
I do. Obviously, I know what it is, so, you know. But
we'll have to put this in a blind. Really good. This is really awesome. Mm-hmm. And it's definitely you can definitely get the sherry notes. There's no question on whether or not this is finished.
Right.
So,
but it's not. I think they pulled it like right at the last minute. Like it's not overdone. Sherry,
no.
It is, the sherry is definitely there. And
it's well balanced.
Had they waited probably another month or two, it probably would have been overdone.
Yeah, no, it's a very clean. Cool.
A lot of distilleries, especially newer distilleries, have a tendency to, when they're doing finished things, they go, "Ooh, this is good," and then they taste it a couple months later and go, "Ooh, this is really good," and then they wait a couple months later and taste it and go, "Oh,
crap!"
Like, there's that fine line, especially even if you're not aging stuff or if you're not finishing stuff and you're just aging it. There's still that line of knowing when to pull it, and that's kind of.
That's a hard line.
An art form.
Yeah, that's a real hard line to find, and you can definitely taste it when it's gone over. This is just
whether it's the master distiller, master blender, whoever at that distillery is in charge of that. It is an art form. So
thank you.
Yeah, rabbit hole. Thank you guys.
Cheers on this one. This is amazing.
Appreciate you. So yeah, we'll be putting this in a blind. So you guys stay tuned. That's
Cheers.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, baby. That was some good stuff.
Woo.
I was going to say, you know what
lots of brown sugar on that last
whiskey
sip.
tastes like. Yeah, it does.
Tons of brown sugar on that last sip. We want to give a huge shout out to all of our Patreon people. Absolutely thank you. You guys
slight little bit of banana
freaking magical.
note on the end,
T-shirts at Teespring, link in the description. I didn't get it before.
Also, thank you to anyone who's ever supported us, whether that's either coming on live, chit-chatting with us on a Thursday night, or if you just like to watch our episodes.
Not Jack Daniels bananas.
Appreciate every one of you.
That's a whole Until Friday noon Central next week. Cheers.